passengers, and welcome to gate T303. For the final boarding point for our pivotal project review, Flight 4 and 5 F&B, bound for operational excellence. Help me welcome our team members. Help me welcome our first two members, Miss Shiela G. Manolong and Miss Angelica Tabotabo. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Shiela Mae Manolong and I am assigned for the topic of Plan and Develop Standards for Food.
And I am Angelica Tabotabo and I'm assigned the topic of beverage operation and service.
For our next member, help me welcome the Disney princess of the Group 2 Module 4. Welcome, Miss Pearl Marie Torres! Yes! Mabuhay! Good afternoon. I am Pearl Marie Torres and I am tasked inside the kitchen. My tasks are: first, ordering supplies; second, food specifications; and the last one would be production planning! Yes! Woo! For our next member, help me welcome Miss Princess Mae Dela Cerna! Please introduce yourself and state your topic.
My name is Princess Mae Cerna and my topic is communication.
Pero bakit parang galit ka? Bakit parang kasalanan ko? Parang kasalanan ko. Please welcome Miss Cecille Alonso! Please state your name and your topic.
Okay, so good day everyone and mabuhay. My name is Cecille Alonso and my topic is all about standard requirements and considerations and how to place food neatly and attractively.
Thank you very much. Parang kasalanan ko. For our last but not the least member, please welcome Elena aka Abequibel. Please introduce yourself and your topic.
Mabuhay, good day everyone. My name is Elena Abequibel and I'm assigned to discuss the service flow to relevant factors.
Thank you very much. Those are the pretty ladies of our members. Now, please look, listen, and look and enjoy our show. Mabuhay!
Mabuhay, I am Shiela Mae Manolong, and now I'll be reporting about the Plan and Develop Standards for Food and Beverage Operation and Service. Let's imagine this. Christmas dinner is almost ready. Guests are arriving, the kitchen is hot, and suddenly someone asks, "Wait, what are we serving?" Yikes! That disaster is exactly why menu planning exists. And today, I'll walk you through how menus turn chaos into cuisine magic. Now let's open one of Santa's gift for you. So here is the first gift. The menu. A menu is not just a list of dishes. It's a control center of food service. Everything in the kitchen and service flows starts from it. From purchasing, preparation, stuffing, equipment, and also costing. So menu planning is done to: first, meet customer needs, the religious, health, cultural, age, and gender preferences. Second, order the correct ingredients and ensure they're in season. Third, check that proper cooking equipment is available. That is one of the important things also. Fourth, make sure food can be served efficiently. Fifth, prepare and train enough staff. Sixth, create standard recipes. Seventh, control food cost and meet budget targets. Eighth, use local ingredients to support the local distributors like our farmers also. And lastly, keep menu balance, the taste, color, texture, nutrition, cooking styles, sauces, and variety. Now let's go on to the occasions requiring a menu to be prepared. And now let's unwrap the second gift. Here is our second gift. So our second gift contains the planned menus to address the needs of a variety of different requirements. So we have daily operations and special occasions. In these two different operations, we have two different types of menus or other menus that needs to be served in this type of operation. So we have the daily operations, which are the normal day-to-day operation of food outlets in the venue. So these operations may cover a range of traditional and or modern dining or food options, such as dining rooms, which they are the standard, themed, or fine dining. We have the bistro, the cafe, takeaway, room service, breakfast, lunch, dinner, morning tea, afternoon tea, and supper. While the special occasions, this may include the functions. This is for small or large groups such as birthdays, wedding receptions, private parties, and cocktail parties. We also have the events. This includes catering and required to support mice. We have religious festivals and events, cultural festivals and events, and ceremonial occasions. So the question is, who are the people to be involved in the planning stage? So let me show you the people who are involved in this stage. First is we have the management. So the management is involved to ensure you meet the requirements of the business in terms of the direction they want the business to take and the image of the property. Also the pricing and the profit. So the next person would be the client. These are the people who are booking or paying for functions, events and special occasions in order to determine their needs, identify guest numbers, and establish dates and service times. So now the third one who is involved is the marketing department. So the marketing department of the venue with reference to, they identify the advertising and promotion and also the promotion. It has been done or is to be undertaken regarding food available. Also, feedback obtained from customers regarding satisfaction with dishes, complaints and compliments, as well as requests and suggestions for menu items. So the next one is we have here so we have the other kitchen staff. So they should be involved to allow you to benefit from their experience, inform you of relevant issues regarding suggestions and options for dishes. They also assist with supporting activities such as ordering food or supplies, creating standard recipes, and basic food preparation. And also we have food service supervisor. So this person is in charge of waiting staff, and they may be involved to ensure waiting staff are able to properly serve the food which is going to be prepared. So lastly, we have the specialist consultant. So nominated specialist consultants, this may include the dietitians, health and medical practitioners, and religious personnel. So now let's go on to the basic menu options. So there are several industry-wide menu options, or the types of menus. But I have here 6 of those menus. Okay. Let's open the head of the snowman. It's cute. So first, we have the a la carte menus. So the a la carte menus is the term used for a menu that has individually priced dishes. Dishes on an a la carte menu are divided into courses such as the entrees, salads, main, and desserts. So a la carte is a French term and means from the card or the menu. So next we have the table d'hôte menus. So a table d'hôte menu is a menu that has a set of price for a number of courses. So table d'hôte is a French term and means table of the host. So it is often referred to as a set menu. So most menus for functions and events are table d'hôte set menus. So all courses are included in one set price and must be paid for the guests even if they do not eat every course. Now next we have the cyclical menus. So a cyclical menu is one where the menu repeats on a cyclical basis, say every week or 2 weeks. So they are frequently used in hospitals. They are set menus where, for example, the menu is different for every day of the week, but at the end of the cycle, hence the same menu is repeated. So now we have the special needs menus. So some venues develop menus for certain dietary, religious, or cultural needs. So in special cultural groups, this may include any ethnic or religious groups with special dietary requirements or sanctions, such as kosher, halal, vegetarian, Hindu, and other special cultural groups. There are other special dietary requirements can relate to health issues, allergies, and or other lifestyle preferences. And this may include the vegetarians, the vegan, modified sodium or potassium, low fat or low cholesterol, lacto-ovo, high fiber, gluten-free, high or low energy, the diabetics, modified texture, high or low protein, seborrhea, food exclusions for allergies and food intolerances. Food exclusions related to a specific medications, contemporary eating regimes, and trends, such as the microbiotic, liver cleansing and elimination, high or low carbohydrate. So now we have the children menus. So the children menu is designed specifically for children. So it features the following variables, which are the dishes known to be popular with children, language appropriate to children, and also the smaller serve sizes. So now we have the buffet menus. So this menu is very popular food service option and often used at functions or hotels. Items are prepared in advance and displayed in common tables for perusal and selection by customers. So menu usually offers all items at one set price, with children often receiving a reduced rate. So guests are generally allowed to eat as much as they want. So it's like eat all you can. So menu items can include soups, hot and cold entrees, cold and hot meals, salads, vegetables, seafood, desserts, with tea and coffee also. Buffet are usually self-service with waiting staff, replenishing food and clearing plates from the buffet and guest tables. So now let's go on to determining quantities required as per standard recipes. So now let's uncover what is below this Christmas tree. Okay, so we have the recipe. So a recipe is a formula which lists all the ingredients required and the method necessary to prepare a dish. So a recipe should include the following details or informations. So first, it need to have name of the dish or a drink or even a cocktail. It should have instructions for preliminary preparations, an instruction for equipment required, a detail of quantity and name of the ingredients, the method of preparation, the cooking temperature, cooking or preparation time, and lastly, the number of portions the recipe will produce. So we have the standard recipe. So a standard recipe is from the basis of the food control system and prescribe the ingredients and recipe for a menu item. So the main reason of using standard recipes are to maintain a consistent quality of each dish. So quality and presentation is uniform regardless of who cooks the dish and regardless of when it is produced. Establish the food cost for each menu item so an appropriate selling price can be calculated to obtain the profit required by the venue or the management. Control the portion size to make sure all customers receive the same size served and ensure the recipe will serve the number of people it has been prepared for. Establish the food cost percentage for each menu item so the financial performance of the kitchen can be determined. Write accurate food orders to enable effective purchasing of the ingredients. And lastly, assist in the training of new staff by providing the basis for demonstrations and practices. So there are standard recipe cards. All the information needed to produce a standard recipe should be recorded. They must be followed exactly. A standard recipe card should contain the following on a standard recipe card, where a standard recipe exists for a menu items, then details. So name of the menu item, section in the menu, which is the entree, main, or desserts, the recipe number, date posted, portion size, portion yield, portion cost, food cost percentage, the selling price, the ingredients list. This is listed in order of usage. The quantity of ingredients, unit of ingredients, which is the unit of the measurement for the ingredients, the unit cost, using invoices as a source documents for this. So the total ingredient cost, the total cost of item, production method in the correct sequence, and last is the photograph of the finished product. So locating recipes in the restaurant operations, recipes and standard recipe cards may be located in the head chef's office, in a folder or file in the workplace, and in the kitchen entrance. And that's it. So to wrap it all up, a great food service is not built on guesswork. It's built on one powerful plan, which is the menu. Because when the menu is planned right, every meal becomes a success story. Thank you, and may your menus always be balanced and your buffets always full. Mabuhay!
Mabuhay and good day, everyone. Today, we have a guest who will share her insight on how we calculate food quantities in food service operations, which is very important in tourism and hospitality industry for smooth and efficient service. To help us understand this topic better, I'm here with my guest. Let us all welcome Miss Angel. Welcome, Miss Angel. Miss Angel,
make sure that we don't overspend. We prevent shortages and avoid waste, and to make sure that we give our guests the right service quality.
In your experience, how does proper quantity calculation help avoid problems like shortages, waste, or high costs?
It can help us to plan accurately, and if we know the right amount of food, we can avoid overspend, and we can give the service or the good service to our guests.
Very true. It's important that we plan for everything. So for your next question, Ms. Angel, what sources of information do you usually rely on when determining how much food to prepare for an event or service?
We use the past data from the similar events and the guest account from the client, and also we use the function files that tells us the menu and the number of attendees.
Oh, that's why every organizer asks how many are the guests. So the next question is, how do bookings helps us estimate the right food quantities, especially regarding special requests for dietary needs?
Bookings is very important to us as the operation or the management operation, because of the bookings we know how many people will attend, and we know if the guest has allergies or special requests, and because of that we can adjust our preparation to the
For the next question is Angel, how do session and venue factors affect the amount of food we need to prepare?
So before I will answer that question, so there are three types of services: the buffet, a la carte, and the table meal. So the buffet, it offers big food that because the guests serve themselves. The table behold is a type of menu that has a appetizer, main dish, and the dessert. The a la carte is a type of menu that has a separately price. So to answer that question, Mom, the setting capacity and operating hours helps us decide how much food we should prepare at that event.
Hear that? Why is it important to follow operational protocols when calculating food quantities?
It is important to follow operational protocols because some venues allow bulk orders, some don't. So because of the rules, we can adjust our preparation. We know how much food we should serve at the time to the guest.
Okay, so next is, how does the kitchen capacity impact how much food can realistically produce?
If our kitchen is small and we lack of equipment, we can only provide limited operations. But if we have a bigger kitchens with skilled staff, we can provide a more quantities of food or services.
So in addition to that, when we need to adjust servings, what should we consider to keep the quality consistent?
We must correct the ratios and maintain our cooking process. Even if we change the quantity of the food, we must maintain the taste and the appearance of the food.
Okay, now, why is proper ordering of supplies essential for smooth food production?
Ordering supply is essential because without complete ingredients, our kitchen can't follow menu. And ordering on time, it avoids delays and ensures the smooth operations of our the example of retailers, and the preferred suppliers is the sellers that chosen by the management to have a good quality of raw materials.
So now I know. So how do these supplier classifications helps us choose the right source for our ingredients?
Supplier classifications help us to know where to buy a product. For example, the meat from butchers, the bread from bakeries, and vegetables from greengrocers.
For the next question, it's a very important question. Why do we need to follow strict ordering protocols?
To avoid mistakes, that is very special, and ensure transparency. And the documents and signatures ensure that everything that we order is accurate.
For our last question, Ms. Angel, among all the purchasing options, which one do you think is the most efficient and why?
So there are 6 purchasing options: the electronic ordering, the face-to-face orders, the telephone orders, the purchase orders, the online ordering, and the fax orders. But for me, I would prefer the online ordering because it is the most convenient, fast, and efficient, because it allows me to order even if I can't go to the store.
Thank you so much, Ms. Angel, for sharing your insights with us. Today we learned that calculating quantities is very essential in tourism and hospitality operations because it ensures smooth operations, cost control, and guest satisfaction. Thank you everyone for listening, and we hope you gained valuable knowledge that you can apply in future food service and tourism operations. Again, this is your host, Shaina Reyes. Mabuhay and goodbye.
Hello everyone, mabuhay. I am Pearl Marie L. Torres and welcome to this presentation on ordering supplies, food specifications, and production planning. In this video, we will explore the essential systems used in food service operations and how they may help maintain consistency, efficiency, and quality. I'll walk you through each topic with clear explanations and easy to understand examples. Let's begin. The first one is standing orders. So what is standing orders? Standing orders are pre-arranged automatic deliveries that arrive regularly, may it be daily, weekly, or as needed. They are typically used for items that a business uses consistently, such as bread, eggs, milk, or fresh produce. So why standing orders matter? They matter because first, they ensure essential supplies never run out. Second, they save time by removing the need for repeated ordering. Third, they help streamline administrative tasks. Fourth, they can be adjusted or cancelled anytime. Let me give you an example. So a cafe uses 5 trays of eggs every day. Instead of ordering them daily, they create a standing order. So 5 trays of eggs delivered every morning at 5 a.m. This ensures that kitchen always has eggs when they open. Second on our list is ordering supplies. So when ordering supplies, accuracy is extremely important. The person placing the order must include all relevant product information and delivery details to ensure the correct items arrive on time. So what to include in a supply order? First is the product details. So what are the product details? The type or variety, example, Roma tomatoes or beef sirloin. Second, grade or cut. Unsa siya kadakon. Third, brand or supplier preference, the most important. And of course, the packaging. Example, 5 kilogram bags or 1 liter carton. And then the quantity by weight, number, or volume, pila ka buok. The second one is business and delivery details. So what are these? First is the name of the venue or the venue name. Second, contact person. It is very important. Third, delivery date and time. And then fourth, the exact delivery location. Special instructions as needed. Examples of this: you need tomatoes for salad preparation. The order might say fresh Roma tomatoes, medium size, firm. 5 kilogram bags, 2 boxes. Delivery time Tuesday 9 a.m. at the back dock. This prevents receiving the wrong type or poor quality products. Now let us move on to food and beverage purchase specifications. So food purchase specifications are detailed descriptions of the quality and requirements of food items needed for an operations. These are especially important in hospitals, aged care facilities, fast food chains, schools, and large-scale kitchens. The purpose of specifications: first, maintain consistent food quality. Lain sad og maglahi-lahi. For example, mo-order kag burger, kani nga burger lahig lami, and then isa is lahi pod. Second is ensure ingredients suitability, dietary safety or nutrition. Third, reduce uncertainty or miscommunication. Fourth, control cost and ensure correct yield. Fifth, save labor by reducing preparation time, of course. Sixth, provide a fair basis for supplier comparison. Let me give you another example. So a hospital needs low sodium chicken broth. Their specification may include max 250 milligrams sodium per serving, strictly. Must be gluten-free. Delivered chilled at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. Why? This ensures patient dietary needs are met consistently. Now I am excited to move on our fourth topic, which is the contents of food specifications. So a complete food specification includes first, product name and category such as fresh, frozen, canned, dried, or convenience item. Second, quality criteria: the size, weight, grade, texture, color, or yield. Third is the packaging and labeling requirements. Bulk or proportion packed allergen and nutrition labels used by or best before dates. And then fourth, the nutritional and storage requirements. May it be gluten-free, low sodium, organic, storage temperature such as frozen at negative 18 degrees Celsius. 5. The intended use. May it be for grilling, frying, baking, blending, ready to eat or raw ingredients. And then 6th is that cost and delivery requirements. Maximum cost price, required delivery temperature. Example of this is the specification for frozen fish fillet. It is skinless, boneless fillet, minimum of 120 grams each, packed in 10 kilogram cartons, delivered at negative 18 degrees Celsius or colder, and the maximum price is $10 per kilogram. This ensures the supplier meets consistent quality expectations. 5th, production sheets or work schedule. So production sheets outline what needs to be prepared during a shift. They are used as a planning tool for kitchen workflow ensuring the right amount of food is prepared at the right time. So, what does a production sheet include? First, menu items, quantities required, responsible kitchen sections, preparation start and finish times, standard recipes to follow, objectives of production sheets, and prevent overproduction or shortages. Improve communication across kitchen teams, create structure during busy periods, and maintain consistent portioning and quality. Let me give you an example. So, production sheet for lunch. Menu, kitchen stir fry required 40 portions. Prep time 9 a.m. Section hot kitchen. Standard recipe number 12. Notes, sauce made the previous day. This tells staff exactly what to prepare and when. Now let us move on to our sixth topic, which is the workflow sheets or work plans. So workflow sheets break down tasks and assign responsibilities to specific staff members. They also show the timing and sequence of tasks needed to achieve efficient service. So why workflow sheets are used? They are used to ensure tasks are completed on time, coordinate multiple activities such as preparation, cooking, and service. It also improves staff productivity and identify bottlenecks or delays before they occur. Let me give you an example. So this is the breakfast shift workflow. At 6 a.m., fruit preparation by Anna. At 6:15 a.m., scrambled eggs by Ben. And then that is followed by 6:30 a.m. buffet set up by Mia, and 6:45 a.m. brew coffee and tea by Kyle. At 7 a.m. breakfast service begins. So this clear sequencing keeps the kitchen running smoothly. Now let us go to our conclusion. So to wrap everything up, the systems we discussed, standing orders, accurate supply ordering, detailed purchase specifications, production sheets, and workflow plans are essential in maintaining a smooth and efficient food service operation. Why? Because they ensure, first, consistent food quality, second, clear communication, third, efficient kitchen workflows, fourth, proper control over time, cost, and production, and that is the most important. By mastering these tools, any food service team can operate at a high level of professionalism and efficiency. Thank you for watching, and I hope this presentation has helped you better understand these important operational practices. Goodbye!
Good day everyone. So this is my continuation of our report rather. Start with the communicating with the production team. So effective communication is a vital prerequisite in any schedule in the kitchen, or in the other hand in the travel agency. We need to communicate the manager or the production team because of the instruction. We need to clear the instruction. So it is important to communication in the kitchen or in a travel agency because of the in other present the important aspects of communication. So for example in a travel agency, we have a reservation but we don't have here details. So we need to ask again our guest to make things clear. So next is the context of the communication. The context of the communication is the team members according to the team with the production, the need to collaborate with the information engineering. So the context of communication is all about the accordance of the production team. So we need to have like for example the team. We have the team four members and the four members. So we have to collaborate them to make the goal, to make things the goal, to achieve the goal. Also, next is the production team. The production team is the one involved in preparing, producing, or in in the tourism industry is a coordinator. So we need to have a coordinator so we can proceed the program or the event. So we need a production team. So why do we need the operations need to communicate? So in the tourism industry, we need to we need why business operation need to communicate because of the schedule and the ongoing communication schedule and the regular communication. It also have updates and regarding the changes of the plans, also the on the job training. And we have if we accept if they accept the on the job training. So next is a kitchen adoption and services. The first is food plating and passing requirements. So food plating and the passing requirements is you need to have a food. For example, we need to have a food plating. So we need to have the pasta requirements so we can propose it properly. For example, the travel magazine or the brochure, you need to have pagwapa para makuan siya. Dapat imo siyang pagwapahan para ma-attract ang mga tao. So, the allocation is of self-serving plating process. So, in the staff must have trained in how correctly plate the dish. So, in the tourism industry, we have to have the food plating so ma-attract ang mga guests. In a travel agency, we have to post in social media, i-post na to ang mga tourist destination para ma-attract pod ang mga tourist. So, next is the standard plating requirements and consideration. When plating food in care and attention, we must to have to ensure the main our plate going like producing the consistent of quality of the product and also the neatly attractive. So for example, in the tourism industry, so you need to have a brochure or the magazine. Dapat siyang limpyo para ma-attract ang mga tourist. Or for example, sa Facebook, social media, we need to have a post nga clear and dated para ma-attract ang mga tourist na hala, ganahan ko mo ko. Hindot ka siya, hindot yung view. So, ma-attract na ang mga tourist, ana. So, food plating next is the food plate neatly and attractively. So, what I've said earlier that if like mga tourist destination here sa Negros or sa mga in other city, dapat di ba ma-attract jud ka sa mga kanino ka hala kanindot ako to nakitaan sa Facebook dapat mo adto ko di lindot kaayo. So moana na ka nga dapat kuan jud mag-review pug ka ug dapat imong i-post ka ng ma-attract jud ang mga tourist. So next is the importance of the consistent appearance of the menu items. Dapat we need to have the appearance of our product. So we have to para maka-attract ta sa mga tourist nato. So that's all of my report. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Cecille Alonso and this is my report. Standard plating requirements and consideration. So food plating must be neat, consistent, and visually appealing. Dishes should follow the standard presentation for quality, design, and cleanliness without spills or mess. Plating should consider eye appeal, color, temperature, and creative arrangement to make the food more attractive. Poor presentation can ruin the dining experience and affect customer satisfaction and repeat business because people eat with their eyes first. All dishes of the same menu item must look identical, use the correct plate size, and follow the standard layouts based on the photo or menu guides. Good plating should have balance and a clear visual focus to make the dish more appealing and professional. Before serving food, the table must be clean and perfectly presented. Any spills, drips, smudges, or fingerprints should be removed, and sauces should be checked for neatness. Plates that do not meet standards should be redone. Food presentation standards must be clearly taught to staff. These include proper food placement, garnish precision, correct timing, correct plate temperature, and meeting special customer requests. Finally, eye appeal is important, but it must match the situation, and fast and affordable dining speed, cost, and customer preference may be more important than visual perfect. Color and contrast make food more attractive. Food colors should be balanced and not too similar, so the dish doesn't look dull. Garnishes can improve appearance, but they should not overpower the main food. Height and depth add visual interest to a dish. Stacking food or placing taller items at the back makes the portion look bigger and more appealing. However, too much height can make food hard to eat. Depth is created by smart placement of food items on the plate. Plating affects how customers see the business. Neat, attractive food presentation shows professionalism, care, food safety, and product quality, which strongly influences customer trust and satisfaction. When a customer judges a restaurant, they look at more than just the food. They care about the price, the look of the place, and the quality of the service. For the staff doing the plating and serving, two things are the key. Equipment. All serving tools must be clean, sanitized, and undamaged. Plus, you have to use a separate utensil for every different type of food, like one spoon for rice, another for chicken, to keep flavors and colors from mixing. The counter. The plating area must be cleaned before service and used only for plating food to prevent people from getting sick. Basically, there are rules for the food serving area and for the plates themselves. Service area rules. Keep it clean. No coughing, sneezing, or eating over the food. Clean spills immediately for safety. The area is only for serving food. Plates and bowls. Traditional plates are round, but modern ones are all kinds of shapes, like rectangles or triangles. White is the best color because it makes the food look good. Other colors or patterns are distracting. If you use an innovative platter, like slate or wood, it must be practical, safe, and can't soak up water. So these are the common dining plates. So we have the main course plate. It is used for steak, chicken, large pasta portions. The entrée plate or salad plate serving appetizers, salads, or fish lighter courses before the main meal. Side plate or B&B. The plate serving bread and butter or small personal sides. Oval plate serving elongated foods like whole fish, long cuts of meat, or kebabs. Rectangular square plate is for serving sushi appetizers or deconstructed artistic dishes. The deep plate, soup plate, is serving for soups, stews, sauces, or deep dish pasta. The soup pasta bowl is serving soup pasta dishes with heavy sauce. The gratin dish baking and serving dishes that are topped with cheese or breadcrumbs like scalloped potatoes or casseroles. The ramekin or souffle dish baking, and serving individual portions of desserts like cream, brulee, or mousse, or savory sides like baked eggs or dips. The glass cake plate is displaying and serving cakes, pies, or pastries. Oyster plate is serving fresh oysters on the half shell. And that's the end of my report.
Mabuhay. Good day. My name is Krizia Somoza, and to further discuss our topics, I will be tackling about display service platforms, determining service style to suite operation, factors impacting selection of services style, and popular service styles. Let's start off with display service platforms. These are the items used for the presentation of food on a larger scale, like for example, buffets. Many of these items are used to add height and depth to the buffet layout. Polished silver or stainless steel adds elegance to the overall presentation of a buffet. Let's say, for example, for these platters and stands, we have oval platter. We also have round silver. We also have rectangular platter. Like for example, where we put our cake, we have the cake stand, a 3-tier stand, and decorative tier stand that could also use for displaying cupcakes. We also have woven basket. We have wine bottles, and we have wooden boat. In every occasion, there is a theme. And when I say there is a theme, that is the preference of our dear customers. And for determining service style to suit operation, it is very important that we refer to the customer wants and needs. A service style need to be selected for every food service session which best suits the needs of the operation and the needs and the preferences of the customer. This section discusses factors impacting on the selection of service styles and provides an overview of the several services styles which can be chosen the best suit operation requirements. So it is very important that we refer to the wants and needs of our dear clients or our dear customers. There are factors impacting selection of service style. The following factors will impact on or determine the selection of the service style for a specific meal. First, we have a time of the day service period, like for breakfast, lunch, or is it dinner or supper. We also have the occasion. The occasion will determine what type of service we will be having, the number of courses, the time constraints, other activities such as speeches, and we have customer, client, or host preferences. We also have number of guests or people or number of people dining together. We also have desired cuisine style and the menu style. There are a couple of popular service style. We have a la carte or plated services, buffet services, stand-up services, family services, guridan services, and silver services. I will tackle a la carte or plated services and buffet services, and the rest will be tackled by my groupmate. Let's start off with a la carte or plated service. A la carte service involves customers ordering dishes from an extensive menu. This style of service allows or requires food to be cooked to order, usually for small groups of customers arriving and dining at different times. Courses on an a la carte menu include appetizer, entree, main course, and dessert. Each kitchen section will prepare and cook different elements of the menu and will have different setup requirements in relation to food, equipment, and the service wares. A la carte food presentation is usually the most detailed in presentation, and menu items may have many elements. Menu components are generally of high quality, and many, such as vegetables, starches, and garnishes, as cooked to assist with faster cooking and service. Completed or the plated meals and their components uh, are sent to pass, where the senior chef will quality check and may add final touches, such as for like sauces and garnishes to the dishes before sending them out to the diners. The same style of service applies to the service of like table the hot menus. We also have function services. So in function services, customers have limited menu choice. This style of service is usually delivered for large functions such as weddings and birthday parties, where the guests are usually seated and group is served the same course at the same time. There are normally only 3 to 4 courses served on a banquet menu, like appetizer, the entree, main course, and the dessert. There are usually only 2 or 3 menu choices for each course. Service setup for banqueting usually involves menu components being pre-cooked, hot meals, trade up, re-thermalized, and stored in heated units, sometimes referred to as hot boxes. Service staff form a line, and each person is responsible for placing 1 or 2 food components on the plate as it is passed along a plating table. This repetitive style of plating usually ensures consistency of plating and presentation. And then a senior chef will usually service the end of the line for final inspection, quality control, and cleaning drips or spills, because meals not meeting the required uniform standard of presentations are normally rejected. Buffet service. Buffet services entails the layout and display of food, of hot and cold food items. Generally, customers serve themselves from a wide variety of displayed menu items. In some instances, foods may be portioned and plated by the service staff, such as a carving station for roast meats or service of wet dishes and other items from the bain-maries. This assists with portion control and observation of food hygiene procedures. Sections of the buffet may include appetizers, entrees, soups, wet and dry main courses, carved roast meats, sauces, vegetables, rice, and pasta dishes, and of course, salads and desserts. Well, aside from decorating and garnishing individual food items, a buffet layout may also be decorated with other items to enhance the overall presentation and create a spectacle for the customers. Buffet centerpieces can include the very popular one, which is flower arrangements, decorated centerpiece, ice carving, margarine models, chocolate models, theme furnishing and props, theme ingredients or items, carved fruits and vegetables, fruit and vegetable baskets, and props such as vases and artificial plants, which we normally see in every event.
Good day everyone, I am Elena Abequibel and I will be discussing with you the continuation of Krizia Nicole's topic, which is the determining the service flow and service style. So, to tackle for my topic, let's start with the stand-up service. So, the stand-up service is used for events where guests eat while standing rather than sitting. So, the menu usually includes small, easy-to-eat finger foods. Guests may use forks and toothpicks for convenience. So the food is often placed on a table for guests so they can help themselves. It may also serve on platters, bowls, and trays with side plates and napkins available. So the staff may walk around offering food and collecting used plates. So the service style is designed for social events where guests move around freely. So the food is kept simple so people can eat comfortably while walking or standing. So the next topic is the family service. So what is family service? Family service is places dishes at the center of the dining table, allowing guests to serve themselves. This service requires the right shapes and sizes of serving dishes to fit at the table. So we must have the serving tools like ladles, spoons, tongs that must match the food being served. So plates and cutlery are set on the table before the food arrives so guests can start serving right away. So these are the proper portioning that ensures that people or families get enough food for everyone. So this style is similar to a family style meal at home. So it encourages sharing, interactions, and convenience because everyone serves themselves from the central dishes. The next topic will be the Corridon service. So what is Corridon service? Corridon service is a fine dining method where food is already prepared, cooked, and finished tableside in front of a guest. So it often uses Corridon trolley, burners, pans, and other special tools. So staff performing this service needs a high skill cooking and showmanship, food presentation, and guest interactions. So this service also requires extra preparation time such as trimming, portioning, pre-cooking, and arranging ingredients on tray for tableside use. So in other words, the Corridon style is this style adds performance element to dining because guests watch their food being prepared right beside them, so making their experience more elegant and more personalized. So we are going to tackle about the next topic, which is the service flow. So do you have an idea what is the service flow? So service flow is simply the organized set of steps and activities that move a plated meal from the preparation area to a service point, like a dining table or customer counter. So to design a smooth service flow, managers must consider several important factors. So these factors ensures that the staff's space and equipments are perfectly aligned with the menu and the service style. So let's tackle about the 6 key relevant factors that affects the service flow. So these are the menu and service style, operational needs, production line setup, plating details, space and layout, and staffing skills. So first, we have the menu and service style. So the type of food and how it's served dictates the flow complexity. Then the next one is the operational needs. So this ensures that all necessary staff, skills, specialized equipment, and garnishing ingredients are ready. So the third one is the production line setup. So deciding if plating happens on a single or continuous line or in separate stations. Next is the plating details. So standardizing portion sizes, sauces, and garnishes to avoid confusions and delay. The next is the space and layout. So making sure that there is enough room for plating stuff and service gear like trays to move without interfere. The last one is the staffing levels. So having enough skilled people specially assigned to handle the plating and the service tasks effectively. So for sure, to understand more about the menu or the relevant factors, the menu and service style, you must know what you are serving, like the complexity and how, like the table, service, and buffet, to design the system. Next is the operational needs. You must have the necessary tools, skills, and base ingredients available where the plating happens. Next is the production line. So this determines the physical arrangement. Does the plate move continuously down to a long line or are they have the separated stations? Next is the plating details. So this requires the standardizing small elements like portion size and garnish. So every plate is consistent. Next is the space and layout. So the physical area must be adequate so the staff and equipment don't interfere with the flow. Next is the staffing level. So you must assign enough skilled staff, especially to the plating and serving tasks to meet the demand. So the final summary that states service flow requires planning every single detail to ensure the final product a high quality meal and is delivered quickly. So I hope that you'd understand my topic from the stand-up service to the relevant factors. Thank you and have a good day. Mabuhay.
This initiative focuses on creating uniform, documented framework to achieve excellence and consistency across F&B areas. The primary output includes standard operating procedures, clear step-by-step guides for all critical tasks from food preparation, safety protocols to service delivery and guest interaction. Quality benchmarks, defined metrics for product quality, service speed, and presentation. Training modules, materials developed to ensure all team members are proficient to the new standards. Project benefits, consistency, guaranteeing the same high quality of service and product every time. Efficiency, streamlining processes to reduce waste and improve speed. Compliance, ensuring adherence to health, safety, and regulatory requirements. Guest satisfaction, elevating the overall dining experience and building loyalty. We are formalizing how we operate to ensure that we deliver the highest quality F&B services safely and consistently. Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully concluded Flight 456 F&B Operational Excellence and have arrived at our destination, defined standards for food and beverage services. Please remain seated while we finalize the procedures for disembarking. We have successfully deployed our key deliverables, including the standard operation procedures and the training implementation roadmap. Reminder, we are now transitioning from the planning phase into the crucial deployment phase. Please ensure all team leaders are ready to integrate these new standards immediately for maximum impact. On behalf of the entire Standard Development team, we thank you for your commitment to this journey. We look forward to realizing the benefits of the consistent quality and improved efficiency and elevated guest satisfaction in the days ahead. Thank you for flying with us. Welcome to the new era of excellence for F&B operations.